Today I'm going to show you how to create a label in Cricut Design Space. I previously did another video showing the same thing, but with taking an image off of Google, slicing out a square that had been manipulated into a rectangle. Today's video will show you how to take an image and create the rectangle behind it. Please follow along for instructions. So first I'm going to get my image, which I did a search for the Prince logo. This is the image that I want to use, so I'll right click, save image as, rename it to Prince logo. Be sure that I'm in the pictures folder, and once it's there I'll click save. Okay. My next thing I'm going to do is do a Google search for a rectangle that is rounded. So I'm going to put rounded rectangle, images, and I want to select one that has a fill. So I'm going to select this one, right click, save image as, and I'm going to name the file rounded rectangle. Enter. Then I'll go to Cricut Design Space, upload, upload image, browse, and I'll be sure that I'm in my pictures folder, which is where I saved both of those designs. And if you don't see it right away, you can always do a search for it, but it'll be here. So first I'll do my Prince logo, double click, then I'll select complex, continue, continue again. And for this one you can select print then cut, or you can even select save as a cut image. I'm going to go ahead and just save it as a cut image. Save. Now you'll notice it already has removed the background. That's because the image background was already transparent. On the next image, which is the rounded rectangle, I'm going to show you how to remove that. So you'll go to browse, double click rounded rectangle, complex, continue. So there it shows that I have a white background. Okay. I want to take my erase tool, my wand, and just click in the white area, and then it's remove the background. So now I will click continue. I can click save as a cut image, or you can click save as a print then cut. I'm going to go ahead and click save as a cut image. Save. Now I will click each one of those images one time so they're highlighted, and then click insert image. So now I definitely want to decrease the size of this, so I will just put it down to 2 inches and tab over so that it proportions it correctly. On this excuse me, if I want it to be a different color, say I want it to print in gold or yellow or what have you, purple, whatever. So say I will change the color. So I'm going to select this. I want to make it gold. Okay, and I'm going to turn it this way because this is how I want my labels to print. So I want it as close to gold as I can get it. So I can go to advanced and I can change my color wheel to make it as close to gold as I want it. Okay, so I will select that and I'll just push enter. Sorry. Okay, so I just clicked to put the check mark in that box, and then I'll click out of it. Okay, and then I want to make this purple, so I'll click on the black box and then I'll click on purple. And if I want it to be a deeper purple, there's a deeper purple. Or if I don't want it as deep, I can click on advanced, slide it up to what I want, check mark that, and then click out of the box. Okay. So now I can make this bigger. Now it's behind that image, so what I want to do is go up to arrange, and I want to move it to the front. So now it's going to be in front. So I'll have to make that a little bit smaller to fit perfectly in my rectangle. If you want to make it smaller, you can. If you want it there. Okay. Now you can move it to where it looks centered to you, or you can highlight both and you can align it and you can center it. So it was pretty much centered already. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight over both of them, or you can always select all and it would highlight both already. Now what you want to do is you want to flatten your image. That is going to put the images together to where it's going to now print and cut. So it's going to print your whole image. Once you feed your paper into your printer will print the image. The next step would be to insert your paper using your mat, feed the mat into your Cricut machine, and your machine will then cut the image. It's going to cut the rounded rectangle, not the design in the middle, because you flatten it. So your machine's going to read it as one whole picture. So it's going to cut the rounded rectangle. Okay, but before you do that, you want to put it the correct size for your label. So that's where you're going to unlock your proportions, and you're going to make the width 0.88, tab over, and make the height 1.656, tab again, lock your proportions back, and there you go. Now you have a label that's the correct size you need. Next, you'll go to make it. This is where you'll increase the amount of copies you want for your project. Again, I always cut more than what I need in case I tear one, so you can put 30 there. Click apply. You'll see you have more space to add more. So I'll increase that to 35, apply. So now I have a full sheet of labels. I will click continue, send to printer, turn off my bleed, make sure it is set to the correct printer, and then I'll click print. Okay. Once it's done printing, I'll put it on my mat, and then I will go back to set my base material, and I'll select vinyl if I'm using vinyl sticker paper, or I can select paper or cardstock, whatever it may be. Again, I highly suggest that you print then cut on paper or cardstock first to be sure that it's correct before you do it on your sticker vinyl paper, just so that you don't waste your vinyl. Once you have put your paper on your mat, you will select your base material, and then you will feed your mat into your Cricut machine by pressing the blinking arrow. Once you've fed your mat into your machine, step 4 will light up, and it'll give you the option of increasing the speed of your cut. I don't see that option like I usually do. I wonder if my update took that away, because it says speed is automatically set for this material. Well, I didn't select to do a speed cut or to make my cut faster when I'm cutting labels, only because I always worry that they would get torn. So I guess that's good that that option was removed. But then you will push the blinking C on your machine. It will cut your labels, and then you'll be ready to go. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to email me. My email address is ramirezdeb@gmail.com. That's RAMIREZDEBB @gmail.com. Thank you.